Donald Trump attacked you and your mother using her name 18 times on that call. 18 times. Ms. Moss, can you describe what you experienced listening to former President Trump attack you and your mother in a call with the Georgia Secretary of State?
I felt horrible. I felt like it was all my fault. Like, if I would have never decided to be an elections worker, like, I could have done anything else, but that's what I decided to do. And now people are lying and spreading rumors and lies and attacking my mom. I'm her only child. Going to my grandmother's house. I'm her only grandchild. And my kid. It's just, I felt so bad. I just felt bad for my mom, and I felt horrible for picking this job and being the one that always wants to help and always there, and never missing not one election. I just felt like it was my fault for putting my family in this situation.
Well, it wasn't your fault. Ms. Moss, how has this experience of being targeted by the former president and his allies affected your life?
It's turned my life upside down. I no longer give out my business card. I don't transfer calls. I don't want anyone knowing my name. I don't want to go anywhere with my mom because she might yell my name out over the grocery aisle or something. I don't go to the grocery store at all. I haven't been anywhere at all. I've gained about 60 pounds. I just don't do nothing anymore. I don't want to go anywhere. I second guess everything that I do. It's affecting my life in a major way. In every way, all because of lies.
Your mother also told this committee about how she had to leave her own home for her safety and go into hiding after the FBI told her that it would not be safe for her there before January 6th and until the inauguration. Let's listen to a clip of her story in her own words.
Around the week of January 6th, the FBI informed me that I needed to leave my home for safety. And I left my home for safety around that time.
Understood. How long did you stay out? Did you, remain outside of your home for your own safety?
I stayed away from my home for approximately 2 months. It was horrible. I felt homeless. I felt, I can't believe this person has caused this much damage to me and my family. To have to leave my home, that I've lived there for 21 years. And, I'm having to have my neighbors watch out for me, and I have to go and stay with somebody. It was hard. It was horrible.
Ms. Moss, I understand that people once showed up at your grandmother's house. Tell us about that experience.
I received a call from my grandmother. This woman is my everything. I've never even heard her or seen her cry ever in my life. And she called me screaming at the top of her lungs, like, Shay, oh my God, Shay, just freaking me out, saying that there were people at her home and they, they knocked on the door, and of course she opened it and seeing who was there, who it was, and they just started pushing their way through, claiming that they were coming in to make a citizen's arrest. They needed to find me and my mom. They knew we were there. And she was just screaming and didn't know what to do. And I wasn't there, so, I just felt so helpless and so horrible for her. And she was just screaming. I told her to close the door. Don't open the door for anyone.
In addition to the personal impact this experience has had on you and your family, one of the things that I find most disturbing is how these lies discourage longtime election workers from continuing to do this important work. Tell us, if you would, of the other election workers shown in that State Farm Arena video and their supervisors. How many are still election workers in Fulton County?
There is no permanent election worker or supervisor in that video that's still there.
And did you end up leaving your position as well?
Yes, I left.
Ms. Moss, I want to thank you for coming in to speak with us and to thank you for your service to our democracy.
It was so hard to watch.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
It's hard to watch a second time now.
It's hard to watch a second time. I have to tell you that, this whole hearing was really impactful and incredibly well done. And, Rusty was this incredible witness. But when Shaye Moss started speaking is when my phone exploded.
Mine too.
People who don't even really follow a lot of news and who have been like, I'm checked out, we're really checked into her. I mean, we know Shaye Moss. We know Lady Ruby Freeman. Lady Ruby is every older black lady at every polling place that I used when I was living in New York, when I was living in Florida. It's always the same women, black women, usually older black women who are at that. They're sitting there with the laptops, figuring out your signature. They would, when my kids were in New York and they knew they'd turned 18, they said, hey, baby, you can vote now. Oh, you're ready to vote. And they would encourage you. They give you the sticker. You had to get the sticker. It's very important to get the sticker. For those women, for people like Shaye and Lady Ruby to no longer feel safe to do that job, to be menaced. I don't know, Claire McCaskill reminded me earlier, not only did they deal with that, Lady Ruby Freeman had Kanye West's publicist show up at her house and threaten her and say, if you don't admit to the election fraud, if you don't admit you did it and committed a crime, you're going to be arrested in 48 hours. They were threatened with, the legal system coming down upon them, criminal arrest. They were physically threatened. This citizen's arrest threat, that's like an old-fashioned lynching in the South, in Georgia. Are you kidding me? And this is Fulton County, where Donald Trump had directed his focus when he was calling Brad Raffensperger for 67 minutes, saying that's where the fraud is, and I'm going to name the person. And what Lady Ruby Freeman said was so true. Can you imagine? I've had Donald Trump go after me, but I can take it. I've been around this wheel a long time. I can take it. These people had no protection. Nothing to protect them.
And they still don't
from his
today.
mob. And they
Sitting
don't
there
now.
today at that hearing.
Absolutely.
There is one president in our history who would do something like this, who would attack a woman in that position 18 times in that phone call with Raffensperger, which he believed was a private phone call at the time, but that was a public phone call within 24 hours.
Yeah.
And after it became public, Donald Trump said it was a perfect phone call.
Yeah.
So he fully publicly supported his own racist attack and Rudy Giuliani's own racist attack on these women, and that is something that could not have happened by any previous president. And we've had presidents do a lot of horrible things, but not reach all the way down to an individual at a polling place and do something like that.
To destroy their lives.
And can we just add Rudy Giuliani? I'm sorry, a lot of people in the media really like Rudy Giuliani. That's Rudy Giuliani, I know. Basically calling these women heroin dealers and hustlers. That's the Rudy Giuliani I remember when he was
That was the Rudy Giuliani of the 1980s when he was the U.S. attorney. There are people here in New York who have observed Rudy Giuliani from the 1980s onwards who say authoritatively the man has never changed in any way. That's always been the guy.
Amen.